Grammys are the corporates of it. Like, there's lots of controversy because it's like who gets to pick who wins the Grammy.
Yeah, that's what I always wanted.
And that's why Kanye kicked up the stink when Taylor Swift won, when Beyonce was supposed to win Album of the Year, when Single Ladies came out and Taylor Swift won it. And then that's when he got up and had his huge controversy because he was like, you guys are picking the wrong people. And then, yeah. But yeah. Good morning, fam. Happy Tuesday. I slept in yesterday morning. I messaged the bar about 5 to 8 and I was like, I've just woken up. I don't think I'm going to get to the gym on time to make up a banter. And he said, we'll do it this morning. But look, this colour looks good on us. It like goes on our skin tone.
That's why brown's better.
Right? If we just suit like these nice pastel-y colours. Good morning. Who's all on this morning? Pull out with your morning coffee.
Is this a pastel?
Well, it's like, I would say it's part of the pastel palettes.
Right.
So like there's like those light pinks and those like light oranges and am I right? Pastels, is that the right word?
Yeah.
But yeah, quick banter session going down because we missed yesterday. But that's only because we're 5 days out from our 100K Team Limitless Oxfam walk. And we did a big hikoi on Sunday night. So we're a bit sleepy here. But yeah, we're here now, Tuesday morning. Good morning from the crew. I'm not even going to attempt it.
Right from nothing.
Nah, I can't. And I don't want to be that guy that gets it wrong. So good morning, Mia. Is it? What's his name?
Sure.
Sam. Good morning, Sam. How are we feeling today, bro?
Yeah, good. Just I'm actually going to be on. I've got like a full day of recovery. I've got chiro, I've got physio, and I've got massage.
What a treat!
Yeah.
Love a good adjustment day.
Yeah, it's
Oh
gonna
my
be good.
god, that's so lucky.
Well, I planned it out quite a while ago. That I got another adjustment, another physio on Thursday.
Yeah.
Just to iron out any kinks, just to get me through the weekend, and then I've got another big week of recovery next week, obviously for the 100Ks.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a big few days. I didn't realize the Grammys were. I was talking to Mark.
Yeah,
the
we were
Grammys
just
were on.
talking about that offline, and congrats to Taika Waititi for winning one of the albums it's like a backing track for a movie. So Jojo Rabbit, I actually haven't seen that. That's so bad. That album won him a Grammy. So he's got a stacked shelf. And I saw his tweet yesterday and it was like, thanks the Grammys. Like he's having a laugh about it. Like, how did I win this? And then now he's like, I'm going to write a play because he's directed
Thor.
Yeah, so he did direct Thor, which is a...
I didn't get that.
Oh.
Could you try again?
Oh, sorry. I'll try again.
Hey.
Suri just jumping in on our combos here. So he's got a well-stacked resume of things that he's done, and now he's just won a Grammy.
Yeah.
But yeah, how was your weekend? Good? Won bowls? Congrats to the green team that won bowls on the weekend.
A bunch of Masters athletes, just sneaking on in there.
I honestly think it's an underrated sport, to be honest.
It's frustrating.
It is.
I would imagine it's like golf. Like if you don't get the swing right, you're screwed for that hole.
Hole, yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to find my feet because you can't go too hard and you can't go too soft.
Go find that right push.
Yeah, I was well impressed by everyone's bowls game actually.
And then you hear Pars go, get down.
But I'm impressed that the old people can do that.
Maybe it's just because that's as fast as they can move.
You reckon?
Maybe.
You reckon?
We'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyway, congrats to our ladies and you, Doc, and Hannah and your team for competing at Spirited Woman on the weekend. And there was a few, I think I saw Karen with her crew. That looked like a cool event, and it looks like you've inspired me because I think I might want to do that next year. So
it'd be dope. It's just a fun event. It's not super serious. You just kind of get out there and you go, you see some of the amazing parts of the country. I think they do it in different locations every year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's not always in the same location. So I think they've done Spirited Woman down south. They've done it Coromandel. I think they've done it out west.
Yeah.
So they just got all over the place. And it's really nice that they kind of did it in my neck of the woods. So Matapoti up there, Whananaki and back.
Oh, is that how far they went?
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. No, but congrats to you guys. 5 days out, bro. 5 days out, and we're gonna do the 100K at Oxfam. Woo!
Yeah, should be fun.
I'm ready to get ripping, eh?
Yeah.
Ready to test all those boundaries, go to those weird places, cry my little heart out, smile at all the views. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that has donated, getting us here. The crew that are doing the endurance WOD, the coaches that are organizing it. Honestly, I'm fizzing a little, trying to contain myself to not have too much adrenaline going into the weekend. So, yeah, big shout out to everyone. It's going to be good. It's going to be very, 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 very good. And there's a comp on, isn't there?
The
Two of a kind.
Two of a kind.
Yeah. So the crews that are throwing down at two of a kind.
We've got 4 teams going down to that.
Yeah.
So it's just a big weekend.
Yeah. It is. It is a big weekend of events.
And then LAB next weekend.
Yes, LAB. And yes, because that's going to be our celebratory post Oxfam. 660 got announced. I've got my alarm set. I think tickets go on sale 12 p.m. tomorrow. Are you a fan?
No.
I'm going to get you a ticket then.
I'm not am I the only Kiwi that doesn't like 660?
No, there's actually a guy that went viral on TikTok because he was like, I hate 660, and then everyone just jumped down his throat. Yeah,
I would imagine so. I'm not that I'm against them. I just, some people go, oh, why do you like Korn? It all sounds the same. And so I get that now because I'm listening to 660.
Yeah.
It sounds the same to me. But it's good music. It's just not something I jam to.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't put it in my car and go, "This is amazing."
It's like it's an iconic thing too because they nailed Eden Park. So I think there's been like a huge petition for them to be able to perform at Eden Park. I actually don't know why they can't perform at Eden Park.
I think it's because of the sound, because of the neighbours around them, because of how loud
it will be.
Yeah, because it's rugby games, right? It's only crowd cheering and it loves.
But I thought that's what it would be like. Living in the area, that would be like one of the things that you would have to put up with when you're paying your mortgage, right? Like when you buy that house, you're like, oh, well, Eden Park's not going anywhere. So you just have to put up with the crowds, the no parking, you know?
Yeah, I mean, actually one of my favourite things I've ever done was actually with Matt Ansley. We did the stairs challenge at Eden Park. By far, probably my top 3 favourite race of all time.
What, doing the stairs?
So the idea of the run was that you started at the bottom and you ran every set of stairs in Eden Park.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like...
How long was that?
Matt, I think from memory, it just took us on 30 minutes. It was a race, full-on race. And actually, Matt and I found a lady who had who was type 2 diabetic, and she had taken insulin and crashed, and she was upside down on some stairs. We were going up with Father Mark, and Carl Anderson were going up down the stairs, and we came around this corner, and there's this lady upside down, passed out.
Did you pick her up?
Yeah, we had to sort her out. Everyone just ran past us, and we sorted her out. And then the medics came, and then we took off.
Wow.
Yeah, and we ran like one of the fastest times as well. It was pretty cool.
So I didn't even know that they had events like that.
I think it's Matt. I think from memory, they've only had 2 events there.
True.
Yeah, I think it's health and safety, and it's hard, but it's such a cool experience.
Hey, do you have a favorite stadium? Have you like?
I'm not smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, because the Warriors home ground.
Yeah.
And it's the first time ever was in a corporate box.
I reckon Suncorp Stadium, where Brisbane Broncos play. That stadium's like huge. Like you can still see up, and it still goes up, and it just blows my mind. That was a really random question.
I love to go to the American Stadium where they have like 100,000 people at these stadiums.
Yeah.
And it's just like ridiculously massive. And they sell them out. Like most Division 1 football games will be sold out every year. That's 70,000.
Holy hiccup.
Or even more in some places.
Forgot about that lady. Scary.
Yeah.
Very scary.
Feelers of our time, you reckon G?
Heard someone say 60 is the feelers of our time. Really? Will we rate feelers?
I don't know. I don't even like the feelers.
See, I would be hitting more blind spot for the,
I love blind spot.
Yeah, see, I'd be not really feelers. But I believe that 660 of this generation is, I would say, like the equivalent to Crowded House or Super Groove. Super Groove wasn't around that long though.
Yeah.
I know there's a huge comparisons, but I'm like,
I love Super Groove.
Iconic songs.
Like they were the first real big band with lots of people.
Yeah. They're gangsters anyway.
Well, you know another band that like everyone loves and I just can't get into. You know them.
Who?
Fat Freddy's Drop.
Oh, they're my fave.
I don't have anything against the music, man, but I'm just like.
I can see how you would fall asleep. But nah, Fat Freddy's goes down in one of my ultimate. I've seen them about probably like 6 or 7 times. Like every summer, I've gone to one of their concerts just because a live gig and like just the acoustics of their whole band. And Joe Dookie, the main singer, I didn't know that he was brown. I didn't know he was Māori. I thought when I heard Fat Freddy's like back in the day, I thought the main singer was white. So when I saw him live, I was like, that made me even like them even more. Yeah.
Favorite old school hip hop group in New Zealand?
Ooh.
Or artist?
Would we count Shefu as a rap?
Yeah. Well, he was like
early,
R&B hip hop.
Yeah. So early Shefu, and then probably I'm not sure if you know. Do you know Damn Native?
Yeah.
That was like the old school. That's what I grew up with. My siblings and cousins all bumping to that because when I think Saturday morning there was a Māori program, and that's where they had like it was like the culture, right? It was like, and then that's where I heard them, and I don't even think they're around these days. No, yours?
Misfits of Science.
Oh, that is a G.
Fool's Love.
Yeah.
Banger, man. And the video was like next level. Like
it was
so ahead of its time.
I'm gonna have a look.
Fool's Love. But then if I was Three the Hard Way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually my very first concert I went to before my first international act was White Zombie. My very, very first concert I ever went to was Three the Hard Way and Salmonella Dub.
Oh, okay. If you were to go Salmonella Dub, Fat Freddy's, different categories.
Sal Dub.
Yeah, all day. Like they're the OGs of that.
Dub Nation.
Yeah, the dubby, the grungy, the alternative.
Tiki Tane, man. Like he's the man.
He was probably peaking then.
Yeah, like a lot of his stuff is pretty good still.
Yeah.
But I still remember going to this concert and I had a starter jacket on. It was a Phoenix Sun starter jacket. And I walked in through the heart of it. No one was jigging to them. It was like quiet. And they're like up there doing their stuff. And there might have been like maybe 50 people kind of grooving to them. And all of us, it was an R18 gig or R20 gig. I snuck in with a couple of mates. And then when Sam and Alex never heard of them.
Right.
So stoned. And then they came on. I was like, this is the best thing ever. And I was sweating buckets, but I didn't want to take my jacket off because I was scared someone's going to steal it.
Yeah, that would have been like the prime. If you still had that, you could sell that for so much now.
Oh man, I lived in it so much. But the challenge thing was that it was way too big for me at the time, and I had like
so it'd be like sleeves. A parachute, right?
And it had white sleeves. So they got dirty. So you know how like you got like a white jacket and it gets that kind of sort of dirt look on it. And it came dirty, and then like I just.
Did it have the middle pocket?
No, it didn't. It had the zip with the buttons over the top.
Right.
And it was like this Phoenix Suns color, but I had because I was I used to smoke cigarettes and stuff, and it had cigarette burns in it, and there was so much weed ash all over it. Those are the days, man.
Oh, Kelly's first concert was New Kids on the Block. And you caught Marky Mark's toothbrush?
You could sell that.
Do you still have that?
That'd be amazing.
Marky Mark is...
Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's probably one of my favorite actors.
It's pretty funny.
He is... And like his Calvin Klein time is like iconic. Yeah. Like that six-pack and that aesthetic.
Everyone wanted
that aesthetic was like, whoa, white guys can look like that.
Yeah, everyone wanted it.
Oh my god, that's so funny. What was everyone who's on now? What was your guys' first concerts? And what do you remember from them? Mine was Missy Elliott when. No, actually, was it Destiny's Child? It was Destiny's Child. Mum won tickets off the radio, and that was I think me and my older sister we went. Or it was me and Mum. And then the next one after that was Missy Elliott. And I remember then it was like, because Missy Elliott was like, She was a big artist.
Yeah.
She was a girl. She was a rapper. She was cool. All her video clips had like cool dance moves. It was always on like the Sunday countdown, the
Yeah.
Coca-Cola countdown. Those video clips I used to have on record, just because those were like the thing. And yeah, that was probably I was probably like 12, 13, and like just like, oh my God.
Yeah, man.
And I think I fell in love with like concerts then. Like it was like a cool thing to do. Speaking of concerts, did you know that I just saw in the Herald that the Lion King production's just been signed off, and all those people are allowed into New Zealand to come do the production here.
Oh wow,
that's going to be cool.
No,
so who's keen for the Lion King live show? Because I am. When it gets here, that'll be cool as. But yeah, random as. I was going to say, we were talking about concerts. We were talking about. Oh, did your team get up on the weekend?
They did 19-6.
Was it a good game?
It was a good game. We played really well, actually. Though our new centre, Ewan Aiken, who I really like, has smashed his ankle and is out for 3 months. Unfortunate.
We've
got Adam Pompey coming in, so he's pretty good.
I think you were telling me about that old fella that he scored the second try. And you were like, he's old. And I'm like, who? That forward.
Oh, Leeson Armour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where has he come from?
So he was with us, went to the Dragons, and has come back. He came back last year. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Last year he came back to us, but then this is probably going to be his best year. I think he looks really good.
Yeah. And what were your overall thoughts of? Did you watch all of the games?
I watched a lot of the games. Yes. Yeah.
Thoughts on the teams?
Man, Panthers, Roosters will be the hardest ones to beat at the moment. Roosters are just killing it. They put 40 points on Manly. That was pretty ridiculous.
For an opening game.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I'm pretty happy with the Warriors won, and they're beating South. So that's Chris's team. Told him that today as well.
What?
I said, bro, what happened to your team? Your team's shit, man. And he's like, shut up.
Love a bit of good in-house league banter, eh? And do you think the Warriors have a chance after this? You can't really tell after the first game?
We definitely have a chance of making the top 8 based off our squad, but you just never know what the year's going to look like. But on paper and judging off that first performance, there is a chance. Well, I don't know how deep they could make a playoff run, but if those forwards keep that momentum and we stay relatively injury-free, we'll be right.
Yeah. We were having a good convo on the weekend about how you were saying that interchange has helped the game, isn't it?
Yeah, they're trying to create more fatigue in the game so that it creates more space for them to play. Because if there's too many starts and stops, everyone gets a bit of a rest. So defense becomes easier so they can kind of manipulate. But now it allows, there's a lot more fatigue. The playmakers can use more creativity to find open space, and we should have more free-flowing rugby league.
And it would create a free-flowing game, and it creates those moments, right? Because everyone's under the pressure.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That is really exciting. Because why do you think it changed to, do you think they brought in the 2 refs and then more interchanges?
Got rid of the refs now.
So got rid of the refs, less interchanges, opens the game up.
Everyone was begging for it.
But why did they change it to make it more strict? There
was a flow-on effect because there was too many
unfit guys. I don't know.
No, so there was too many incidences where things were getting away with, like in the ruck. So that's why they brought the refs in and became a little bit too structured. Right. And then coaches were able to coach against that, so that they could then manipulate the situations in front of them. So now they're trying to take that out of the coaches' hands to do this.
And then it's just more players, right?
Yeah, but now coaches will just find a way of trying to slow it down. That's the idea of a coach, is to be able to use the rules against the opposition.
Fair enough. Enough.
Really happy with it.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
It's going to be a good season, eh?
And going to be good crowds as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's about 70% capacity they're allowed to be at.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially for the sport.
Yeah, well, last year there's no crowds.
At all.
None at all.
No. Quick side note, congrats to everyone that has done 21.1. Do you want to give us a rundown on that?
Basically go up a wall and do lots of skipping.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like some of the results that are coming through, the Kiwi guy Stephen He's like second now in the world.
Wow.
You know, posted a ridiculously fast time of 11 something. That just shows you, you know, if you have really good mobility, you're fairly fit. If you're a little bit lighter on your feet and you got some good skill sets, that workout's going to be all for you. In some capacity. If you're a big knucklehead like Canyon, probably not. But
I was really scared for these guys. I was like, this isn't a big boys workout. It's not like a tall lever workout either, is it?
nah, it's just big blockies like us. It's just not the greatest. But you know, but that's kind of cool because that's what the Open's about. It's not about trying to make it. I don't think the only workout that I thought was like perfect for me was when we did that wall ball row.
Right.
We did 19.1. It was 19 wall balls, 19 cal row for 19 minutes.
Yeah.
Loved it. That was my jam.
Yeah. Any predictions on what could be the next one?
No.
Okay, so we watched the Carrie Pierce and when they did that battle. Do they do the battle the whole time now?
No, so there'll be two new people. And what's interesting is that if those that saw the little photo from Dave Castro of a dead animal carcass rotting, had nothing to do with that workout.
But he just did that just because he could.
Well, he goes, I was going to find a random photo put up. He probably sits there and gets off on people posting weird shit. Yeah, it's like, look at this. They do it every year. Yeah.
Wow.
I never look at that stuff because it never works.
Yeah, ever. You can't even overthink it, right? Yeah. But do you reckon New Zealand's there's some good ranks in there? Like for
we
New
got
Zealand?
some really good up and coming athletes. That Jonah kid from CrossFit Selwyn.
Yeah.
Stephen from CrossFit Rolleston.
Yeah.
You know, those young kids, and they're like 18 and under.
Wow.
Ben Fowler and Luke Fowler, those guys, you know, there's nothing against Luke and Connie and all those guys, but that's the crop I'm now really excited to watch. New
batch coming through, eh?
You know, I saw that Jonah kid, he's like, I think 16, with a 120 kilo push press. You know, he's got like a 115 snap.
That gave me goosebumps because I was scared.
Yeah, like it's heavy, and he's like, it doesn't look big. Do you remember that kid that did that 115 touch and go shoulder to overhead last year at Nationals?
Yes.
That kid. Yeah, he's really strong, and he's got like a 170 back squat, I think, and he's just really strong.
I'm in shock.
And really fit and works really well. And
I'm shook.
So yeah.
Wow. No, I'm excited for the rest. So Friday is when they release more of the workouts, eh?
Yes, Friday 1:35 Pacific Standard Time. There, so it's like Thursday, like 6 in the evening.
Yeah.
And it'll be our time, every 1:30 in the afternoon.
Nice.
So Canyon and Kylie, we sorted all that out.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, yeah. And then so.
And then we're off.
Yeah, well, we're driving. We'll be
we'll be on the road.
Down to Taranaki.
Road trip. Pick a number. Can you pick a number? Pick a number between 130 and 180.
130.
No, between. That's not the number. Between the number.
129.
No, that's before.
Oh, what'd you say?
Between 130 and 180.
180.
Between.
179.
So you can't choose those numbers. You got to between those numbers.
Oh, Mr. Difficult. What did you say? 179.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Can you pick this number? 179. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Fifth go.
Yeah, I reckon after that. By Mr. Bob Marley himself. Love the life you live and live the life you love. That's a goodie. Rasta man. Thank you for joining us this morning. I hope you all have a good day. Stay tuned on all our socials because we are on the countdown for our big mission.
Wait. Read it out.
Paz has just said, Kenny, I need someone to help me with my taxes. Are you free? Gosh. Anyways, crews, that's us. Have a good day. Send in the good vibes. Much love. Bye.